Okay, guys, I never do this, and I never want to give any recognition to someone who deserves zero recognition because of what they're doing. But I woke up this morning to the most ridiculous and, like, realistically speaking, one of the most hilarious things I've ever seen made by a CSGO news channel, right? So I hope this doesn't kill his thing. He probably won't. He probably get even more popular because now he'll be known as a complete joke. But what I just saw as his breaking news story, and I have so much to say. Like, I almost broke my fast of like, I needed a drink of water to make this happen. I'm gonna start at the beginning of yesterday when I received a message, or yesterday morning I received a message, and I'm just gonna show this on Twitter because I'm gonna have this in the background to show basically everything that happened since yesterday, because I feel like it's something that needs to be out there, even though I hope there's no personal information. I know I won't be leaking any personal information or anything like that, but this is exactly what happened, okay? Yesterday, I received a message from someone on Twitter named Miss Murder, and this message says, "Hey, is someone harassing you? Sorry for the obscure message, but I'm getting some weird tweets from some dude asking about you. Never mind, cleared it up. Just a fan of yours. LOL. Sorry I got protective. Okay, blah blah blah." And I said, "It's okay. Thank you for that." And then I asked her later, which was 9 hours ago, was this guy named Wolfie? Okay, I'll get into this Wolfie guy in a second. This CSGO news website, CSGO News, is supposed to be a news website that actually reports the real news, right? Or like about CSGO or any news relating to CSGO in general. So I've already expressed my opinion that this is a very unprofessional news site, that they don't do anything, they don't do shit the right way at all. They have no form of sources. They do no research. I say they, but I feel like it's one guy. But now I know there's another guy involved, and this guy his name happens to be Wolfie. And I'm gonna show the messages between me and Wolfie from last night. So this was Wolfie. The reason I messaged Wolfie, and now, by the way, Wolfie blocked me. He actually blocked me from Twitter because of this exchange. I asked him, "What's this regarding?" He's like, "Wow, you actually DM'd me. I worked with this guy, aka CSGO News." So this guy, legit R Giving, is the CSGO News guy. I said, "Not interested." He says, "Tomorrow there's a video going out about you," and I made myself, it's all my story. I said, "The guy only puts out false info." Where's this? "The guy only puts out false info. If you disagree with anything," so basically, I don't want to read this whole thing. I can post this somewhere in the future. I'll probably post all the logs on my YouTube, because I want to make this a YouTube video. I want this to go out on YouTube. I want this to be like an official response to this guy literally pulling out the most false information ever. But this guy, Wolfie, pretty much tells me throughout this, and I'll slow scroll it down so if people want to actually go back into this video and read, they could read everything, and it shows it. He pretty much says that he made a video about me, and he sent it to CSGO News, and CSGO News is going to release it. He's trying to tell me that no matter what CSGO News says, he doesn't want me to be mad at CSGO News. He wants me to be mad at him. Okay? And I'm like, "I don't know what video you're talking about." I was like, "What is this video?" He said, "I can't tell you what this video is. I'm under contract." And I'm like, "Okay, so what's the point of this? Why are you messaging me? Release whatever you want. Whatever happens, happens," right? So this is the Wolfie guy. So he blocks me after this, and I even say here, I say, "Have you been messaging everyone on my follow list and harassing?" Because it started making sense. When I went into this guy's Twitter after and did research, he blocked me, right? But, I could do something called incognito mode, and that's what I'm going to show right now on my stream. I hope this shows on stream. But incognito mode is basically, everyone knows what that is. I don't have to explain it. This is his Twitter. I'm going to go around his tweets and replies, right? If you guys just scroll down, this guy literally goes through my list, and I don't want to link his Twitter. You guys can see it there. It's Wolfie, whatever it is. and he goes one by one to people that I follow, Rick Fox, Echo Fox, personal friends, even that Miss Murderer, who I don't even know on a personal level, and that works for a game developer. He messages these people regarding me. So this is the source. This is the big source that CSGO News has. You see what I'm saying? Like I've never seen a website take a word of a guy like this who has literally messaged everyone that has to do with me, DM me. These are all people on my follow list. All, Mo, you got a Snapchat? Like, this is ridiculous, the stuff this guy is asking for. My mouth is getting so dry because I am fasting. With that being said, this guy, Jake or Jack from CSGO News, whatever his name is, goes on to say this story. He goes on to say that I'm following a random bot. He said that I unfollowed this bot 24 hours ago. There's literally, this never happened. I was never following any bot at all. And I have no idea how he happened to do this thing where he goes into my account and it shows. I feel like it's some sort of virus because it literally doesn't like add up to me. I have a guy that uses my Twitter, and I assured him, who is my YouTube guy, and I asked, did you or did you not ever use this Twitter to follow? And he said, no, dude, I never did that. This is like some bullshit. I trust him. I don't care. My bottom line is, regardless of any of this shit that he faked here, which I don't know how, I can't explain how he made this whole thing happen, right? But with all that being said, even if it was a bot, right? This bot that he claims I'm following, the link on it, and I wanna confirm this with my YouTube guy, which is Isa. Isa, are you still here on Mumble?
Yeah.
Did you click on this link for this bot right here when I showed you this whole thing, like right now, recently, just now? What does this link to?
I clicked on it 3 times, and every time it gave me a different page of like those spam ads that keep popping up whenever you're watching porn. I don't watch porn.
Okay. Well, we all watch porn, but whatever. My bottom line is, okay, so he took that, he said that I was part of an app that to meet up with local dating app or something. That's literally his words, right?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Okay.
And
that picture that he said I posted, right? It just says the word hi, and it's a picture of me at a stripper pole. This picture, guys, is a public picture on my Twitter. I'm gonna link it now. This is on my Twitter from January. Here it is.
Not to click on the link because it could be virus.
And I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened to this fucker, a virus. This is the picture that he links in the video. Watch this.
You guys can see on screen, you must be 18 years or older.
18 years or older.
You want to meet local girls. So it really makes you think,
meet local girls, guys.
Why was Mo possibly using this site? Or why was he using this girl? Or why was he, on this app in the first place? I know a lot of you guys are thinking, Jake, there's no proof that he actually was on this app. Well, there actually is proof on this app that Mo used it, and it's pretty crazy. So after 20 minutes
so there's the edit
searching
there.
me and my friend Wolfie of this Well Hello app, you can search through these girls' history and all on the app itself, and of this photo bucket on the history of the website, you had this picture posted by Mo with the text.
Okay, this is this guy's big proof that I posted a picture on an app. Literally, this is, no, he says, after 20 minutes of searching with my friend Wolfie.
And of this photo bucket on the history of the website, you had this picture posted by Mo with the text saying hi.
Okay.
And as you guys can...
This is his big proof, right? This is the big proof. This is me posting hi on an app. This is the proof, right? Okay.
Probably tell in the picture, it looks like Mo is in...
Okay. So that's his big app, right? Here's that picture. See this picture right here, guys? Right here, this one? Here it is. I'll show the picture. This is my picture on Twitter. It says, all to myself. It's a party bus, and I go on here to say tab line was too long, so I took a party bus. This is when I was at CES. I was at CES in January. My own fiance now, see, I see her hiding in the back, you're dead. All this joking, right? This is his incriminating proof that I use this. So before all of this, I really didn't want to, I wanted to take FaZe Rain's way out here, where completely ignore this guy because he's literally just trying to get people to watch his shit so he could make a little bit of money on YouTube. I'm all for people making money. But when this kid literally slanders my name and then tries to make it personal on a point where he's trying to discredit my relationship with my fiance, right? That's when I took it a little personal. I didn't even want to do this, but my PR, because after the whole shit that happened, you were following that account because someone with a real account that followed and knew got hacked and you got all his info changed. It's Tom and Virus when that, okay. I don't know what you're saying, Mopsy, but anything is unexplainable. I can't explain the part where he says that I was following because that doesn't make sense to me because I look at my shit all the time and I don't follow random accounts ever. If you go through all the people I follow, you'll never find a random. So that's the only thing unexplained to me. This is what pissed me off about this whole thing is this guy tried to discredit my relationship with my fiance by trying to slander my name, and he tells this news. This guy should not do the news anymore, and I hope this video helps with that, realizing this guy actually doesn't know shit about news. And something was brought up to me as well. Someone made a video about this, and it's the front page on Reddit. This guy, NWDK, knows what he's talking about. And all he does here is talk about CSGO news and everything that's wrong with CSGO news. And he talks about how they're hypocrites with everything. I highly recommend you guys go and watch this dude's video from start to finish because it actually explains a lot to me. When I watched this video, I realized, okay, now I know what CSGO news is all about. So that's all I wanted to do. When I made this right here, it was just like to just prove that everything this guy just fucking said about me
kind of,
is completely false.
Or some kind of club. You can
See, and that's what's ridiculous to me. And he uses a guy by the name of Wolfie, who we'll go back right now and look at. This guy named Wolfie is his source. This is his source. A little kid is his source for apparently facts. And as I showed you guys earlier, my whole conversation with Wolfie was shown right here in this video, but I'll also link it on my YouTube because I want you guys to actually, please, if anything, I don't care if you hate me or if you love me, actually watch this and understand everything this kid is saying and then understand what I'm saying. Read everything. Please make a realistic conclusion to what this is. Stuff like this shouldn't be considered fact. I don't have a problem with this guy if his channel was named My Thoughts on CSGO Community. My thoughts on someone like Thorin. Thorin's thoughts. Thorin doesn't say Thorin's facts. He says Thorin's thoughts. This guy is taking what he's presenting and he's presenting it as facts. That's the only problem I have with this guy. Okay? I hope this clears up anything that you guys want to ask about. I want to put this up on YouTube. I'm not my YouTube guy. Isa, you'll be able to put this up on YouTube, right? Like, is this good enough, you think? Or do I have to go over a little bit more stuff? I need water. I need to wash my mouth. I need water right now. My mouth is super dry because I got so, like, passionate about letting these people understand how much of a joke he is. And I just want to can I play, or should I play a little bit? Do I have permission from, we got to reach out to this guy, and I'm going to ask permission if I could play some of his content on my YouTube. No, because I want you to put this on YouTube.
It's okay. You can play it on YouTube. Just yeah, you can, but don't do like more than 4 minutes. Let's just start at around 4 minutes 50 seconds, and play for like 3-4 minutes.
Okay.
CSGO News is saying that.
I just want you guys to watch this.
Regardless, you'll see in the title that it says insane profits. Now, I don't know if that means that I can make insane profits, or the CSGO News is saying that they made insane profits. Regardless, if you watch this video, you'll notice towards the beginning, and I'm going to quote here, CSGO News says, "If you don't like gambling, at least use my 50-cent code." So CSGO News is advocating to, even if you don't like gambling, to gamble. And then if you watch the video from start to finish, you'll notice first off that CSGO News starts with about 500 points or whatever it is on the website, and goes on to, by the end of the video, win 75,000 points, which CSGO News claims is $75. So they go from $5 to $75 by the end of the video, and has a very animated reaction to this. And I'm going to link that clip here. I'm only going to link once or twice throughout this videos, but here's a clip of this happening of when CSGO News won.
What are the freaking chances? Cash out? $75? You gotta be... I forgot that... Okay, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this first episode of Incredible Winnings from CS.
Now, you can maybe see where I'm going with this. You can maybe wonder if... Maybe some people would wonder if CSGO News was either paid to make this video, or they were giving those free points to basically advocate the fact that you can make good profit on this website. Someone could make that assumption. Now, a day later, CSGO News makes a video in which they state that they admit to being a hypocrite, that they admit that they did hate on gambling before, but now they don't, and the reason for them choosing a gambling sponsor, even though they previously said they never would, is, and I'm going to quote again here, that the network, their network, CSGO News' network, was not paying them enough, and that's the reason why. Okay, so I'm going to move on from the hypocrisy, and I'm going to just move towards just general knowledge of CSGO, and general knowledge, and basically just the general idea of reporting news. I'm not an expert in any sense of the imagination of I'm not an expert of CSGO. I know a good amount. I've followed it for a decent amount of time, but I just want to go over the general idea of reporting, which I'm not an expert of either, but I understand the general idea. So first off, when you make your channel and name it CSGO News, it's basically going to mean that anyone that comes across your videos and watches them is going to take what you report and think that it's fact. Why?
I wanted to pause there right there, because what he said right there is very fucking important, because that's what I just said earlier. When you name your fucking website CSGO News, news means you're reporting facts. You're actually people that don't know anything about anything, and they happen to come onto your channel and they see, or come on your channel hopefully, but they come in and they see CSGO News and they see your videos. They don't know better. They think what you're saying is actually facts. That's my biggest issue with this guy. He keeps reporting shit without saying, by the way, this is all my opinion. Moving on.
Why are they going to think that? Because your channel name is CSGO News. When I turn on the television and I watch my local news network, I'm going to take what information they state is fact because it's the news. That's what they do. So you can see why a lot of the viewers of CSGO News are going to assume that anything that's said on that channel are true. Now, anyone could take a channel and name it something something news and then just say whatever they want. There's no law against that. But you can see where I'm going here, that it's going to be most of the time assumed that the information said on CSGO News is actually factual. Well, I'm here to explain the fact that a lot of the information is generally incorrect, and I'm gonna go over examples. I'm gonna state that, but before I do, I'm gonna discuss just a couple things about reporting. So I did a simple Google search on what you should do when you're covering news and reporting news, and I'm not gonna cover all of it. I'm just gonna state a couple important facts. So I was told here to list potential sources when covering news and reporting news. If you go through the CSGO News channel, you'll notice that no sources are actually reported pretty much at all. There is a couple thank yous to certain people, but there's no actual sources for this information, partly because a lot of the information is either incorrect or it's speculation. Now, I will give credit to CSGO News. A couple times they do mention in some of their videos that whatever they're talking about is pure speculation, but if you turn on your local news network or you go on CNN, you pretty much don't see speculation. That's just not something that's normally included with news, but that's how CSGO News runs its channel. Moving on this Google search, it also says it's a smart thing to master your subject when you're reporting on information. It says, do research and know more than what your article...
Master your subject. This guy reports on CSGO News when this guy admitted in a video that he, before a month ago or 2 months ago, had no idea about the CSGO scene whatsoever. He legitimately has no clue what he's talking about, and people have actually accused this kid of just going on Reddit, seeing what's trending, and making a video about what's trending. So that's the main thing I wanted to get across here. In terms of mastering your subject, this guy hasn't done it at all, and will never do it. And I don't know if this is true. I haven't done research about this, but there's people telling me that he's actually a silver in the game, or a gold nova, or something very low skill level, which I don't think means anything. I don't think your rank in the game should mean how much you know about the game and the news. But I do believe that if you just started getting into CSGO 2 months ago, you're far from someone who can actually report the news on a subject that on a game that's been going on for CSGO for 3 years. The actual CS franchise has been on for almost 15 years. So just take that how you want. If you want to trust what this kid has to say, feel free.
Will divulge. It says that this will ensure that you do not say anything stupid when you interview your sources, and that you'll also be able to write more information on the same subject if more interest comes up. Okay? And it says it is very important to become an expert on the subject. If someone has a question on this topic, you should be comfortable enough to answer that question. Okay? And lastly, it says to try and interview your sources if at all possible. Now you'll notice there isn't any point that I've seen that CSGO News states that they have reached out to anyone that they're covering, any information, any person, any source. You don't see any of that information. So with all of this information in mind, I'm going to cover the fact of mastering your subject, because CSGO News is very incorrect. I'm going to give some examples on the different times that they were incorrect. Now, this is probably a very small percentage, but these are just a couple key points in which that CSGO News was extremely incorrect. First of all, today as I'm recording this video, CSGO News reports that m0E's, based on his tweet, and I'll basically paraphrase his tweet. His tweet said that he believes after this major there are going to be a lot of roster changes. So CSGO News reports this tweet, and from it, CSGO News states that m0E's will be joining a team at the current major that starts in actually 2 days. That they'll be joining a team, one of those 16 teams at ESL 1 Cologne. Okay? Now, if CSGO News was any sort of an expert on Counter-Strike, they would understand that you cannot simply just add a player 2 days before a major. I'm not going to go over the whole entire rules regarding our player rosters, but you can't do that.
Major rules have been in the news so many times before. Rosters for the majors have actually been affected so many times in this game, where people were unable to use their actual roster because they're unable to just add people and take people out. And yet this was news. It's beyond me that this was actually news that m0E's could have possibly played for a team this late in a stage in a major.
Moving on, it's often on this channel, players reported with their names pronounced incorrectly. Some examples are JKS has been pronounced as JK's. Kierby has been pronounced as Kajerby. Some other information that was incorrect. Twists from TSM was reported as the youngest Counter-Strike pro. As of this date, that is incorrect, and as of the date it was reported on CSGO News is incorrect. It has been reported that Taz was leaving VP a couple months ago and that VP was going to disband. It was also reported that Summit was offered a spot on their roster by CLG because Summit beat Fugly, who was then on CLG at the time, in a 1v1 match. You can kind of see where, with this information, if someone was to assume it was fact, where the problem might lie. Because if someone assumes that Summit was offered a position on CLG for beating someone in a 1v1, then someone like Juliana, who is a female Counter-Strike player who beat, I think it was Cadian in a 1v1 tournament, should take his spot on a Counter-Strike team. You can see where maybe someone might assume that this actually might be true information, okay? Moving on from the being unknowledgeable, I'm going to cover a little bit more, and this kind of ties in with hypocrisy, about how biased sometimes CSGO News is. Now, this has to do with most of the time controversial situations. The most prevalent time of that you see the biased information comes when CSGO News was covering a back and forth controversy between Moe and Thorn, in which they went back and forth and argued about a couple different points, in which CSGO News goes on to say that no analyst or no company should hire Moe as an analyst because of what he did with his gambling controversy, and that he also states that he was a part of the reason why Moe will never become an analyst again, and hurrah, hurrah. So actually cheers at the fact that that he is helping prevent another person from obtaining an analyst position in the future. Okay, that's just a little bit of bias. You can find more of it, but that's definitely the most prevalent, is when CSGO News not only celebrates the fact that Moe may never have an analyst position again or not, and also celebrates the fact that Thorin wrecked Moe. I'll quote them, that they say that Thorin wrecked Moe by dropping a diss on national television. Moving on from there, I'm just going to cover this quite quickly. This channel, CSGO News, breaks YouTube terms of service in just about every video. The biggest way that they have broken YouTube terms of service is by using another user's content, over 4 minutes of their content.
Alright, so that's just a part of the video. It's a 16-minute video. I'm not going to sit here and watch the whole... We're almost done. I mean, he goes on to talk about how what this kid is actually... He does something called meta tagging, to where it's illegal, and it's just a way for him to get people to click on his channel, and it's actually... He's been caught doing it, and he's actually admitted to doing it for people on Reddit or whatever. If you're interested in this guy, DK... here's his link. I'll be sure to link this exact video in my own YouTube. When I upload this clip of me talking, I will upload DK's video as well. And I don't know who this guy is, but just from this video alone, I could tell you this is the right way to report on a subject, because he actually does the right thing. He does sources. He even links all his sources on how he got all this information at the bottom. So hopefully this guy's channel grows and he could somehow take over the CSGO News thing, because he actually understands a lot of stuff. So I'm actually going to sub to this guy as well, because I enjoy good content. I'm sub to fucking Thorin, guys. I think Thorin puts out good content. With everything that we do, I still watch Thorin's videos. I don't care, because good content deserves to be seen. Shit like CSGO News, this guy's making money off literally false information. And then he's also making money off gambling sites, and then trying to act like some fucking hypocrite that he's mad at other people for making money off sites. You know what I mean? I just want you guys, and I hope this this at least sheds some light on this subject and what I've been going through with this specific guy. Now, I didn't want to do this. I actually... This time I didn't react out of anger and just got on and did it. I went and I talked to people and I said, hey, here's what this guy's saying about me. Should I just ignore this? I think I should ignore this, because I feel like if I ignore it, it'll just go away and he'll be seen as a joke. But the people said, well, this guy has some sort of a following, and there's actual people out there that listen to what I don't want to say this guy. This is this guy. There's actually people out there that listen to what this guy says and take it as fact. And they told me, you just got to clear up that what he says is just his opinion and it's not fact. So hopefully, once this is uploaded to YouTube, I know there's only a small percentage of you that were actually here to watch the whole thing right now. We're able to see this. I'm not going to do a stream right now. I just got on to do this specific thing. I'm not here to stream right now. So I'm sorry if you guys thought you were getting on and you were going to watch me stream. I love you all to death. I really thank you guys so much. For I don't care if he is. I don't care. The kid does not deserve any more views. He does not deserve any sort of recognition. He tried to do this with FaZe Clan by discrediting the entire FaZe Clan, and he got so much hate for that he completely left. And I think he's just trying to go after me because he thinks, because the community as a whole kind of doesn't like me, that he's gonna get away with it. But when he reports this and he's trying to get into my personal life and actually try to start actual false rumors that could affect my personal life, luckily I have a great relationship with my fiance, and she saw all the holes in this as soon as it came out.